He started in this room years ago. He's right here. He's from right here in Albany. Now he's killing it out in LA. Can you guys make some noise now for Brinan Weeks, everybody?
All right. Let's lower our expectations, please. Thank God we didn't do this in the Funny Bone. That place seats 300 people. This is like, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 25 people here. Thank you so much for coming, okay? Really appreciate it a lot. You guys are nice. Give yourselves a round of applause, okay? Oh, boy. You're Alex's family? Hi, Alex's family. Yeah, give it up for them. Yeah. Yeah, all you guys have like the same kind of hair. That's cool. That's cool. I was like, oh yeah, they're related. That's true. It was cool. We got Alex Hooper coming up next, guys. All right, we have a great show for you. Yeah. Cool. He brought me along as the diversity hire. Okay. I'm the only person of color on this show, so it's cool. I'm half black and half white. It's very important to me, part of my identity. Except I'm light skinned, so I'm only allowed to say the N-word about 5 times a year. Okay? And like most black people, I am 6 niggas in debt right now. Okay? I have overdrafted on my allotted amount of niggas. Okay? Do any of you have a line of credit? I'm fresh out of niggas right now. There's nothing in my pocket. You know how hard this year's been? Nigga. Okay? It is crazy. Yeah, it's been a wild trip, guys. Most of my friends here along the way have been through like my divorce, my weird marriage, right? That was a weird time, right? I got married and then had to call my friends later. That's nuts, right? I had to do that? Yeah. I've been in between jobs a lot lately, right? Been in between jobs. And I found my form of employment would be to sell drugs, okay? I became a drug dealer, okay? I didn't want to do this, all right? Don't judge me, beautiful white people, please. It's really funny, the lights like kind of shining off here. All of you have like halos from up here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I know what you're thinking, right? Oh, you're a drug dealer. You must be poisoning the community, right? No, I only sell in gentrified neighborhoods, okay? I'm only selling cocaine to white people, right? Like, with a couple of evictions, we'll get those neighborhoods back, you know? Got that good shit. It's more of a social justice thing. I was talking to one of these bigger drug dealers, right? Because like there's a hierarchy, you know? And I was sitting on the couch with him. I was like, how do you become a better drug dealer? He's like, first of all, stop talking about it so much. I can't keep a secret, right? Is there any cops in the audience? All right. Check it. All right. I found out, though, I'm not a good drug dealer. I give a lot of shit away for free. Okay. If they were to make a TV show about me, it'd be called Breaking Even. Not making much. Yeah, so I've been living in LA right now for about 9 years, right? 9 years. And I live in a nice neighborhood now. Except I have like these gangs roving around, right? And I'm talking about parrots, okay? I have immigrants in my neighborhood, all right? They're parrots, you know? Look, there's 9 endangered species of parrots in my neighborhood. And they're really fucking loud. And I've thought about killing them. But it turns out there's more of them in LA than there is in their native Venezuela, okay? So I can't even kill these things even if I wanted to, you know? So that's why they beat me up and took my cell phone, okay? And I'm gonna call up ICE and see if they have any extra room in those cages. You know what I mean? Build that cage, build. That's the only reason. Right? Gotta deport these parrots. They're so fucking loud. See, I'm dog whistling for the racist white people. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm just checking in. Who's racist? All right? If you laughed a little too hard at that, you need to self-examine. Okay? I'm looking at my friends. Yeah. Oh man. I'm not doing this to be famous, okay? First of all, this is not something I want to do forever. You know what I mean? Stand-up comedy will destroy you, okay? Because I live my life as a bit, okay? My bit. Okay, so I got a job off Craigslist recently, right? And you can't trust these things. Sidebar, one of my hobbies right now is watching a lot of geopolitics shit on YouTube. You ever guys go through like that rabbit hole? Right? Well, my friends are ignorant. That's fine, that's fine. Are you interested in the news? Just things that happen in the world? Yes. Disappointed in all of you. It's like I have the Muppets with me. This is good. So I got this job off Craigslist to sell my semen for $75 a cup.
So you're a millionaire.
I sent it. Legit business, turns out, okay? Prefacing all of this with I got actually paid for this. They just, okay. At first I asked them, I was like, do I have to fill the whole cup? They're like, slow down, champ. Whatever you got. Alright. The emails read like a mob hostage exchange. They're like, how many kids are you gonna need? Right? Like, yeah. How much price per child? Okay. So I show up to just an address. They give me an address. It's up in North Hollywood. It's just a house. In this house, on the front porch, they have an easel that just says, "Yo, fertility clinic." I was like, all right, this seems good. So I walk in, there's a guy, he's wearing a lab coat and jeans. I was like, this is professional healthcare. Right? Turns out this job is an FDA clinical trial, right, to test this device that measures the motility and mobility of your semen, right? So for the next 6 weeks, I just jerked off in the cups and got paid like almost $1,200. So like, really, like, I kind of won. Very easy, very easy. It's a sustainable job. It's remote work if you think about it. Okay. So we're winding down the clinical trial, right? And I have like maybe about a week left. And I show up to the office and the CEO's there. This is older woman, and she's kind of like, I've heard a lot about you, because like every time I came in, I was like making jokes. Like, here, drop my load off, like, is Dr. Skeet in there? Like, stupid shit like that. So she was excited to meet me. So turns out, right, and I say that because I was talking to her. And I was like, yeah, my girlfriend thinks that you guys are like taking my semen, creating some like super soldiers with it. That's like a paranoia, right? And she was like, oh, we're an Israeli company and we get that a lot. I was like, okay. our Google reviews are skeptical at best. Yeah. And I was like, what do you think is happening over there with like the current conflict? And she was like, I actually lost my grandson on October 7th. He was in the IDF. And I was like, oh shit. And like, I don't care what your politics are. Like, somebody lost a relative, you hold space for them. And so I took a pause and she was kind of just like, you know what, thank you so much for being understanding. Your sample looks really good right now. You've been doing pretty good. Like, you want to do 6 more weeks? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? 6 more weeks. And I say all of this to say that I am 1 degree of separation from the largest geopolitical conflict happening in our current times right now from jerking off. And I just want to say, guys, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Been going to a lot of raves lately. Yeah. A lot of raves. It's the safest place to sell drugs, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just an open air drug market. And at first I didn't get going to raves, because all the music at raves sounds the same, right? It's all that weird, like, dark electro house music where it's like... Alright, okay. Yeah. Because I started doing all the drugs and I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. I get it, I understand this. Just yacked out at like 4:30 in the morning. What's my name? Where are we going? It was just one of those things. We're already there! Like it's just a time travel. I feel that raves are going to be the new retirement homes for like millennials and Gen Z people. Can you imagine like going to go visit your grandma in some like quaint New England home? It's just like bing bong. You're like, grandma? She's like snorting ketamine, doing a wheelie. What is she doing? The barley water just kicked in. She just starts scratching. Grandma! Okay. Your grandma's doing that. So as most of you know, I still have a master's degree, right? And my actual job is that I am a teacher, okay? I'm an educator, okay? That is how I make my living primarily, right? This is just an example of you need to pay us more so I don't have to sell drugs, right? To connect with my students' narrative of poverty, okay? They're not gonna learn weights and measures any other way, okay? Somebody's gotta make this applicable, okay? I teach in a little Mexican school in South Central. I say Mexican because I am the tallest person there, okay? Everybody's about this big. It feels like Gulliver's Travels in Guadalajara. I was teaching a lesson on jungles recently, and I was like, all right, kids, so up here we have 30 degrees north latitude. Ooh, right here, we got one right here. This is divorced woman's cabinet. This is nice. I'm gonna sit down here, I got a globe. All right, it's like, all right, kids, so up here, 30 degrees north latitude is the Tropic of Cancer, and 30 degrees south down here is the Tropic of Capricorn, and in between, you can find most subtropical climates, and in the background, the plane's like, okay, that was a long to get to a jungle joke. I'm gonna put the beatboxing in there however I fucking can, okay? When I say Lark, you say Tavern. Lark! Lark! Okay. I wish I could have been a rapper, alright? I wish I could have. You get so much more pussy from being a rapper than you do a comedian. When you're a comedian, you just get a girlfriend. Okay, that's as much pussy that we're getting. Okay. Alright. No segues. A lot of comics like, yeah. No segues. A lot of comedians come up here and talk about like current events and everything, and I won't stress you out with everything that's going wrong with the world right now, you know. Because 784 dildos is a lot, right? That's a lot. I think I was just like, you know what, I'm putting my phone down. I know too much. Like, right. Just put it down. We know that's gonna be, somebody needs to make a song, 784, 784.
That's the first count, by the way. That's only the first count.
That's the first count, right. The FBI has okay, I'll wait till you guys are done. I feel like we can take this outside after the show and then just like riff a little bit. I only have so much time to get through. Okay. I'm gonna make a statement right now. Let's leave trans people alone for right now. Okay, like wait till everybody establishes equal rights, and then we'll go. Then it will be a good time, right? But like right now, as an educator, I've seen, you know, in my experience, I've run into a lot of trans people, right? And so when I was a teacher for a kindergarten, one of the students came out at like 5 years old and like wanted to be trans, right? And I know some of you are like, that's a little young. Community supported it, everybody was cool with it, right? You know, she starts being able to integrate the way she wants to, it was cool. One of the things that she liked doing was going to restaurants with gender neutral bathrooms and like thanking the staff for like having that representation for her. And one of those restaurants is Five Guys. Can you do that? Juxtaposition. I have a best friend that I've known since I was like 8 years old, right? And at the age of 26, they came out as trans. And I was like, do whatever you want to do, bro. You know, you're still cool, right? Still love you or whatever. They transitioned successfully, and then 3 years later, they became a famous porn star, okay? They became a famous porn star. And they were so good, they got an award in 2022 for Best Gangbang.
Oh my God.
Featuring Five Guys. And like that's what I just want to say, we just, you know, it's a spectrum, right? As an addendum to that, I actually hung out with her recently, and she has this really nice place in the Palisades, you know, porn money, right? And we're hanging out there, and even if somebody turns trans, you never kind of refer to them in their dead name, right? So excuse yourself, you're all right? You're gonna make it? You're gonna make it? Okay. Just double check it. Okay. So like, now you messed me up, goddammit. You never call a trans person by their dead name, right? Because they're still in there. They're just their new self, you know? And we're sitting on the couch and we're talking, and I realized when she was still there when I made a joke, and she was like, oh, yeah, that's funny. I'm that funny. I'll make you go back. All right. All right, this is the part of the show that I was nervous about, but I think you'll be cool with. All right, give it up for my mom, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for my mom. Yeah. It's easy to bring your mom around when she's travel size. You know, just had her in my back pocket this whole time, right? Yeah, man. I lost my mom like a couple months ago, and it's been hitting me pretty hard, right? And thank you, right? So this is the way I'm grieving, and you have to deal with it now. Yeah, guys, for the first couple of weeks afterwards, I would take her to different open mics with me and just have her around, and she's like, if you bring me to another one of these, I'm gonna do it again. Okay. All right. Yeah, guys, yeah, this is the first time she's seen me live, okay? Yeah, it's cool. I could put her back in my pocket, but is that more disrespectful? Alright, that's enough. You've seen enough. Yeah, I miss my mom. So, yeah, we're pulling it together. On my way to like go see her, right, before she passed, one of my friends offered me 2,800 Sky Mile points. I was like, how far is that gonna get me? You know, like, they're just gonna let me off in Albuquerque. I'm gonna walk the rest of the way home, you know? Yeah, I landed in New York at LaGuardia Airport, and like the first 5 seconds, there was like a Haitian guy going, move! And I was like, I can't even be sad in this motherfucker. New York is so hard to be sad in. Because if you're just shuffling, a car could kill you. And it's just, you can't be sad in New York, I swear to God. My mom died in a Jewish hospital. So I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes talking about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. There's good people on both sides. Okay? I don't care what your politics are. That's a lot of bombs, okay? That's a lot. I'm not even defending whatever. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's all of Rhode Island, like, gone. That's a lot. So it's like, I'm sad, but not like Palestinian sad. You know what I mean? Like, I only lost one relative, so that's good. Look at those numbers. Okay. So it's like, you know, my mom had cancer, right? My mom had cancer, and you just become kind of a victim of the healthcare system, you know what I mean? And just watching that whole process. And so it's really hard to like swear revenge to like an idea, you know what I mean? Like, you know, once I learn some civil litigation, I'm gonna take my revenge, you know? I hate these books, you know? I don't know. As I'm getting older, I'm making dad noises. You guys know about these? Just moans and groans. That's just eating a sandwich. You know? It's like, can you get out of here, Beginning? Can you get out of here? Get out of here. Putting on socks. Putting on socks is like going to war. The whole process. If I did it slowly, it could be like an R&B song. Just okay, I don't know. That's more gross than melodic. Sorry. I'm not trying to be famous at all, right? Not at all. I don't know. This isn't worth it. Because you see what happens to people when they become famous, right? The whole Drake versus Kendrick Lamar thing kind of just like, don't be famous, right? Because Because then anything that you do can be made fun of. Like, no matter what. Want to better yourself, eat right. He's gay! You know? Man, you guys have been good so far. Let me get 2 more in. Thank you. 2 more. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. Yeah, after being in LA for 9 years, I've tried to sell my soul, but no one's buying what I'm selling. I just feel like one of those mixtape rappers, just like standing there like, hey, you wanna listen? Like I got 5 really good tracks, right? Really good. No. There's always that thing, there's always that game that like boys play, be like, would you ever suck a dick for $1 million? Right. I've been looking, all right? There's not a lot of $1 million dicks, all right? There's just nothing. It's not out. There's a couple $100 dicks, but who the fuck wants to do that? All right? They're just trying to pay rent. All right. I found the thing like when in order to sell your soul, you actually have to be talented. You know what I mean? Like you just can't. You have to have something else, you know. There's more to that. I forgot. You know who I miss? Aaron Lyles. All right. There's a couple people out here. All right. Aaron Lyles. Okay. And I'll speak because I'm only here at home, and I can only really, you guys only know of him, right? There's a few people who don't. Aaron Lyles is another half black, half white kid that I grew up with. And in high school, we just used to harass people, okay? Sexually, abusively harass people. Because if you remember in the 90s, a lot of toxic masculinity was unchecked, okay? Free reign, right? And I don't think he could have survived to this point. He died in 2020. I don't think he could have survived to this time, right? Because when we were in high school, one of the things that he loved doing was dry humping people into their lockers. Mercilessly dry humping people. Like if you bent over to put your books away, even just a little poke, and he'd be fucking just whoo, whoo. I'm gonna illustrate this for you from behind, just fucking woo, woo. Okay, I'm fucking the stool. I did that. Okay. That's my open mic bingo box card right there. Somebody has always fucked the stool at least once a show. Okay. Yeah. I don't think he would have been able to make it this far. He died face down in a McDonald's parking lot from a meth overdose. All right, everybody wants to log that. Okay. It's one of my best friends. It's a horrible thing. Probably put mom away for this. That's enough. Okay. I appreciate you guys playing along. As horrifying as this is. Okay. Last bit and I'll get out of here. There's a lot of homeless in Los Angeles. There's a lot of homeless people. And recently I saw this homeless man tip over a cocoa delivery robot and try to fuck it. Okay? He tried dry humping the shit out of the cocoa delivery robot. Something like my friend Aaron, actually, if we can talk about that. We'll do a call back. And my first thought was, is this our first defense against AI? Does he know something that we don't? Is he like some homeless Neo and you're like, can you save us? He's like, I'll do it for a cigarette. All right. He's like, red pill, blue pill. He's like, I'll take them both. All those bullets are flying. He's like, $1? Brilliant. He saved us all. Saw a homeless person furiously like punch in the air, right? And I asked him what he was doing. He's like, I'm fighting climate change. And I'm like, That makes sense. Like, he was in the crowd, you know, he was like holding the sign, right? He's like, he went to the corner, he like whooped his own ass. Then turned around, like, gave himself a pep talk after that. He came out swinging, right? He was the ref. 1, 2. A lot of you think that could be just insane behavior. I look at it as method acting. Okay? I believe in this man. I'll do another one. You didn't like it? No, sick. Awesome. One of the first jokes I ever wrote, and I actually performed here in like 2009. All right, that's how long I've been doing stand-up comedy, since 2009. All right, and I was here, and it's about the first time I was called the N-word. Right? Very core memory for me, and it was by the water fountain where most civil rights activities take place. It was by this white kid named Jordan Schiffer coming up behind me like a little racist Dennis the Menace. And he's like, my dad says you need to go back there. And he's pointing to this map of Africa behind the water fountain. He's like, my dad says you need to go back there. Nigger. And the other one, niggeria. And I'm like, wait, first of all, it's Nigeria, right? And second of all, niggeria sounds like a weird racist vacation destination. Or like Hennessy with fruit in it. Or like a weird Italian fusion restaurant. Like, it's a niggeria. And you're like, oh shit! Yeah, you put Alfredo sauce and mac and cheese, right? Shit is delicious. Shit is delicious. Right. So I learned 3 things that day. 1, geography and racism are not mutually exclusive. 2, pronunciation is important. And 3, how to fight because I whooped that cracker's ass. Yeah. Funny enough, I put that on my special that I put on YouTube called In Between Cigarettes. There's one, right? Put on my special. I actually got an Instagram DM from Jordan Schiffer. Right? He actually had the audacity to DM me. He's like, bro, I never said that to you. And I was like, I put it in my special. I got a lot of views, all right? Not 10,000, all right, I'll slow down. Well, not too many. But that was a core memory for me. You know what he offered me? He offered to buy me a drink. All right? And I was like, it has to be by the water fountain. All right, all right, that was it. That was cool. All right. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Or am I done? Oh, I'm done. God damn it, I'm done.
Over Brinan, everybody. All right, you guys ready for your headliner tonight? You may have seen him on America's Got Talent or Comedy Central. Can you guys get real loud now for Alex Hooper, everybody?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I just want to do a quick little recap of what has happened up here tonight. Your first comic brought up necrophilia. Your second comic brought up taking selfies at a wake. And then your third comic brought up a dead person. Do you understand how the show is elevating right now? The only way I can bring this home is if I open up my sweatshirt and there's a bomb strapped to my chest right now. This has been insane. Brinan, I know you do drugs. I cannot believe you can keep a jar of powder in your pocket. That is the most dangerous thing I can ever imagine doing. You grab the wrong bag and all of a sudden your mom's like, are you cleaning between your ears? You're like, what the fuck? She's in me forever! I don't want to blow my nose, but I have to blow my nose! That'd be a weird trip. You know the trip you get when you do a powder drug, everybody? You just feel your mom slowly going down the drain. bring my dead dad's ashes up here and put them in a little jar. I respect the move. Do not get me wrong. One more time for everyone you've seen. And Brinan Weeks, everybody. I mean, now, look, we all grieve different, okay?